Following its split from Huawei and the launch of its 50 series, Honor has made a strong first impression. Even if we have yet to see what the company is capable of doing on its own, while the Honor 50 Lite is similar to the flagship Honor 50 in many ways. So in this video, let's do the full review of the Honor 50 Lite. Let's get started. Notably, the light suffix on this newer model does not refer to weight or slimness. It weighs 192 grams and is 8.5 mm thicker than the Honor 50, but with a larger screen, this is justified. Its larger dimension given its a sense of depth without being unwieldy in the hand. The 50 Lite's reflective back may cause some users to use a case if the fingerprint are a concern. It doesn't make the phone look cheap, but it also doesn't make it stand out. The most obvious thing is the dual camera ring design. Unlike most slab phones, the 50 Lite's camera ring is located in the rear, giving it the appearance of a traditional point and shoot. The 50 Lite's 6.6-inch screen and narrow bezel make the most of its space. The punch hole camera is also aligned to the top left of the screen, maximizing space and blending it nicely with the rest of the notification bar. Even in 16:9 widescreen mode, the camera is far enough away from the screen to not to be seen. However, anything with a higher aspect ratio like 21:9 will make the camera visible when viewed full screen. The LCD display uses the DCI-P3 wide color gamut, which helps the 50 Lite's battery life. For a screen of this size, an OLED display would have been ideal. Nowadays, we expect a higher refresh rate than 60Hz, likely cheaper alternatives has 90Hz or even 120Hz. The 180Hz touch sampling rate is impressive for a phone at the price point and should appeal to gamers on the go. PUBG and other games that require quick inputs did well, but the technology could be used for other games as well. To the delight of these, with the decent headphones, the 50 Lite has a 3.5 mm headphone jack, but the built-in speaker falls short. The audio output is noticeably tiny, having lost some lower frequencies due to the single speaker on the bottom right of the phone. The 50 Lite comes in two versions with 6 or 8 GB of RAM and a 128 GB of storage. Because there is no memory card slot, the internal capacity may be inadequate for transferring apps, photos and other files from another device. The Honor 50 Lite has a Snapdragon 662 processor found in older phones like the Redmi 9 and the Moto G9 Power. Notably, Qualcomm's mid-range Snapdragon 662 does not support 5G network, so you will need to look elsewhere like the Redmi Note 9T. The 50 Lite performs slightly below both of the earlier said models on Geekbench 5 CPU tests, but fell short on GFX tests as well. The camera ring in Honor 50's most visible feature and arguably its second best selling point. It has 4 main cameras instead of Honor 50's 2 separate camera rings. The main camera is now only 64 megapixel, while the other 3 cameras are identical to the Honor 50. This is not the first smartphone with a 64 megapixel camera. The main camera can capture a lot for most users who prefer simplicity over versatility. It performs well in low light conditions, especially with its dark mode, and its low aperture makes it easy to take photos with depth. It can only zoom up to 8x, and even at that, image quality suffers. The wide-angle lens allows users to take group photos and other interesting shots, but macro camera is rarely used. 2 megapixel images are noisy and lack the benefits of macro lens. Along with the depth sensor, it feels like an unnecessary addition to the 50 Lite, which would have benefited from focusing on their other main cameras. With the 16 megapixel front-facing camera, the Honor 50 Lite takes good selfies for photos and video calls with a slider adjustable beauty feature. Changing the settings made my skin appear brighter and smoothed out some wrinkles without affecting the image quality, but whether it made me beautiful is debatable. The phone's impressive battery life is unquestionably its best feature. However, we are used to seeing 4500 mAh or the 5000 mAh batteries in phones this large. The Honor 50 Lite's marketing material claim up to 7 hours of gaming, 16 hours of web browsing and 8 hours of video calls. This would be compared to my usage. With moderate use, I went several days without charging, and even when gaming, I was impressed with how much charge was left after 2 hours. In fact, the 50 Lite charges quickly when needed. It comes with a 66 watt Honor supercharger and a USB A to USB-C cable. Honor claims a 40% charge in 10 minutes. The previous partnership with Huawei left them with the Magic 4.2 UI operating system on top of Android 11. However, new Honor model fully support Google mobile services, giving users more flexibility when configuring their phones. Pre-installed applications are plentiful on the Honor 50 Lite, but bloatware is limited. The 50 Lite has an ebook mode that adapts the screen's color temperature to the reader's surrounding. If you like to read book before bed, this would be useful for you. At the first glance and in use, the 50 Lite has the build quality of large models. It's hard to fault Honor for some of its design choices, and its flaws are easily overlooked. The main camera is sufficient for the simple handheld photography, but the increasing trend of quantity over quality is camera rings has let Honor down. The Honor 50 Lite is a commendable effort to bring Honor's emphasis on full Android support to its devices since leaving Huawei. Its large display also helps. Those looking for a large phone at a low cost will find plenty to like here. When combined with a battery that can handle heavy use, most users will see immediate results. So to conclude our review with the pros and cons, I'll start my pros. That is, it includes a 66 watts supercharge with a large screen, a good battery life, a decent main camera. Moving to the cons, it is underpowered and with no 5G support, no waterproofing, as well as 60Hz screen. So that's it with my Honor 50 Lite review. If you like this video and if this helped you, then definitely hit the like button, and also if you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Alright, that's it from this video. Thanks for watching. I'll meet you in the next one. Until then, this is Manish signing off.